Picture this, you're staring down a legendary boss, Overdog gloves humming on your hands, Shroud sniper locked and loaded, and every enemy in sight crumples before they even twitch. That's the payoff for nailing the Season 2 journey missions, but only if you do it smart, without the endless back and forth that drags everyone else down. I'm talking the absolute fastest, most practical route to knock out all 7, technically 8, missions, unlocking every active and passive modifier, racking up massive season XP, and grabbing those exotics before the week's out. Follow this step by step and you'll hit the rewards track hard enough to claim both the Overdogs and Shroud without a hitch. Oh, and always track your objectives on the HUD. It keeps you locked in and saves headaches. Let's get you through this clean and quick. Lock and load, let's do this.
Accept the division! This is a war you can't win!
Wristwatch.
Freak out, yo!
Bandidos, what up? Your boy Tux here. Start with mission 1. Well, sort of. You only need 6 objectives total, but for pure efficiency, we're laser focusing on just 2 right now. The Grand Washington Hotel and the Capitol building. The rest, stuff like basic activities, will tick off naturally as you push through the later missions. So don't sweat chasing them early. And if you're all about that max grind, straight up skip these 2 for now and slot them in where they fit best. The hotel slots perfectly into mission 3 and the Capitol building vibes with mission 4. It'll click Y soon enough. Head to those spots when the times come. Oh, by the way, I have timestamps below so you can skip around. And for all of this stuff, you can crank the difficulty to whatever feels right for your build and clear them out. Boom, 0 wasted time. Now, mission 2. 6 out of 8 objectives here, and we're gonna be stacking efficiency like pros. First up, we're doubling down on 2 at once, killing 2 assault hostiles with headshots using just 1 magazine and nailing snipers with headshots. So grab a hotshot sniper build. I'm talking the SR1 for its beefy mag size, if you have it. If you don't, just whatever. Make sure determined talent is slotted in to make this even easier. If you got the Tinkerer mask, slap it on, but it's not required, but it's gonna give you an extra edge. For the backup sniper, if you're using the Tinkerer, roll on Lucky Shot to stretch the mag even more and get those shots missed back into your magazine. Hop into the Air and Space Museum, drop it to challenging, and push to the planetarium checkpoint. You'll chew through plenty of assault hostiles on the way. Those are the basic grunts without helmets. Easy picks for snagging 2 in 1 mag headshots. Hey, real quick, it's possible to get 3, 4, 5 grunts in a single mag, but it doesn't always register or won't register that after you get to reload to ensure it's registering. Test this. So once you get to the planetarium, it's going to spit out at least 5 snipers right off the bat in that upper deck. So just pop them all. Then wipe yourself to reset the checkpoint and loop it until both objectives clear. Quick, brutal, done. Next, enemy kills with grenades. So make sure you have concussion grenades. Riot foam as your skill, and if you got the collector exotic chest, equip it. It's not required, but it's gonna pump your grenade count, widen the blast, amps the damage, and keeps you stocked. Switch to demolitionist specialization for that raw explosive punch. Now, head back to the Air and Space's first checkpoint on normal difficulty to control the chaos. Chip their health a little bit with a few shots because grenades are fucking weak in this game, then grenade the pack. Or 1 dude at a time, whatever. Rinse and repeat the checkpoint as needed, it'll fly by. For breaking all armor on the tank before finishing it off, watch those accidental kills. I know this one can be frustrating. So the best is to target a Tusk Heavy with a healing backpack ability. Sequence it right. Snap the chain first, then go for each thigh pad, both shoulders, the chest plate, and cap with the head. A slower firing weapon is probably a good idea, maybe even a weaker build, because you don't want to overfire onto those targets and accidentally kill him. Invaded missions love these guys early. Jefferson Trade Center, for example, Invaded has 2 right up front. So you've got a safety net if the first goes sideways. You only need to do 1 of these. Riot Foam or the Demolisher Firefly can help this process also. Killing rushers within 10 meters? Well, that one's mostly passive. Hyena zones swarm with rushers, so it'll pile up as you farm. No need to force this one. Finally, capturing all control points in a named zone. Hit these for speed. Federal Triangles, Navy Plaza, 1 point done. Then Southwest's The Choke and No Hope Hotel, 2 points. That whole zone is now captured. Straightforward. Wrap with the White House, Ellipse Fuel, and the Vault. Clear him and you're golden. Mission 3. So 6 of 8 on this one too. And equip the spiced up active modifier before you kick anything off. To break 10 Hyena shields before kills, switch to a DPS build and roll into bank headquarters on challenging. The third checkpoint drops a named boss with his shield. Perfect target. Loop that checkpoint relentlessly until you hit 10. With unfriendly fire unlocked now, stay right there in the same mission and checkpoint. Equip the passive and grind 25 kills through it by shooting the boss's shield and only the boss's shield, saving the boss kill last for each run. It'll register clean, rinse and repeat. From here, testing range time to level spiced up all the way to 5. That knocks out 2 more objectives at once. Here's a quick rundown on how to level up your active modifiers. Set the range to normal, throw in a striker build with glass cannon, your biggest LMG mag like the GR9, with steady-handed or bullet keying to make sure you're not reloading, and the turmoil knee pads. Target a single invulnerable elite. Each level needs 1,000 kills. Clocks in around 7 minutes per level. Hit 5, log out, and back in if the journey lags on registering. Now you've got 4 of 6 objectives done. This step repeats for every mission from this point forward, so I'm going quick on it. For more detail on this testing range step, I created a whole video on the process with some added details, especially if you don't have the turmoil knee pads. Okay, 2 objectives left. Kill 50 enemies while using spiced up and gain 50 stacks 20 times. Just land hits with it active. It's that easy. So you can loop air and space's first checkpoint or snag control points for variety. The emergency bunker is nice because it's a tight space, that first checkpoint. It's also an option. If you held off on the Grand Washington Hotel for mission 1, you can weave it in here. It's a prime spot to multitask. Mission 4, 6 of 8, again. This time gear up a skill build with technician specialization and advanced materials as the active modifier equipped. You're going to want to target True Sons. For the first objective, breaking 10 immobilizers tanks, you need at least the Demolisher Hive and the capacitor or any assault rifle that fits your flow. Space Administration HQ on Heroic, the first checkpoint, spawns 1 to 4 of them variably. Firefly the tanks, reset, repeat till 10 pops, unlocking the Quicksand passive modifier. Equip Quicksand and loop the same checkpoint for objective 2. Foam 25 enemies with it. Now, this is a little bit different. You pop the immobilizer's weak point, and it foams 3 to 5 enemies easy as long as they're in range. Get your max entanglements per run, reset, grind till it's clear. Now multitask 2 more. Kill 25 hostiles with skills using advanced materials, and use specialization skills 10 times with it. So the assault turrets for general kills. The Artificer Hive has this specialization skill. Cooldown dictates the pace on this one, so deploy the turret, activate advanced materials for the boost, then drop your hive. This is going to count once per activation, so cycle this 10 times. If you save the Capitol building for mission 1, I recommend slotting it in here. Now finish strong by leveling advanced materials to 5, 2 objectives in 1. Back to the testing range. 6 objectives locked. Mission 5. Got to complete 6 of 8. You're going to need a solid DPS build, Exodus gloves if you've got them, and Zealot active equipped. For survival, level Zealot to 5 first. That means the testing range. That's going to bag 2 objectives up front. That's going to make everything go a lot smoother from this point forward. So break 10 Outcast Scorcher gas tanks to unlock Scorched Earth. So you need the Demolisher Firefly for this one to avoid overkill. Heroic control points like the mast spawn them better than missions, but you can also loop the Potomac Event Center's first checkpoint on Heroic for up to 2 per run there. It's hit or miss, but you only need 10 of them. Now we're gonna triple task the rest of these bad boys. Damage 5 enemies with Zealot's final explosion 3 times. Resist 1 million in damage in 1 use 5 times. Repair 250k armor with explosions 15 times. All right, this is how we're gonna do it. So head to District Union Arena, and set it to legendary. You need to make sure your build has at least 1 million in armor, and those Exodus gloves, they're kind of a bonus. You don't have to have them. A shield is also helpful, but no Reviver Hive. So activate Zealot after a few shots on the enemy. This helps registration sometimes. Otherwise, you'll find that you go in there and it's not tracking that incoming damage. This happens when you activate Zealot before you kick off the shot by firing upon an enemy. It's just weird. So after you put a few shots out, activate Zealot and rush in and surround yourself with a bunch of enemies. You don't have to shoot anybody. You're just soaking up damage. It takes seconds at most. But run the full course of Zealot because you're waiting for that explosion. At level 5, each enemy hit by that explosion repairs 30% of your armor. So over 300k per enemy with your base. So once that happens, you can let yourself die and then repeat. Extend this to control points if needed, but you need to hit 15 of those repair counts. And you got your 6 objectives. Mission 6. Again, we're going to take down 6 of 8. So a DPS build with a shield and a blinder Firefly. The Memento backpack is helpful for skill efficiency if you have that. Make sure Say Cheese active modifier is equipped. Level Say Cheese to 5 first. That's going to complete 2 objectives and make everything else much easier. So go to the testing range, get your 1,000 kills at 7 minutes per level. You're good to go. This one's a quad task to take out the core 4. We're going to blind 3 enemies with 1 Say Cheese use 10 times and then kill 50 blinded enemies. The Firefly is going to help this, and kill 50 enemies with the shield active. Super easy. And blind an enemy 10 meters away 15 times. So high density spots like Roosevelt Island or Capitol Building strongholds are great for this, or you could loop Lincoln Memorial checkpoint for faster clears, or you can go to a really closed in area like the Federal Emergency Bunker to ensure you capture those enemies with the blind. Control points work great too. These sound like big numbers, but it's actually really easy to do. Because we leveled up Say Cheese up front, the cooldown is basically null. Okay, there's an optional extra. Kill enemies within 25 meters of a Riker leader 15 times for mismanagement passive. With Warlords of New York or Brooklyn DLC, Riker control points are gold. Without it, you're relying on the summit, anything below legendary, but RNG on factions every 3 floors can really drag this out. Mission 7. So we're going to take down 6 of the 8 here. So high RPM crit DPS build is highly recommended. So maybe an SMG. Make sure you have sanitization active modifier equipped. So level sanitation up front to level 5. That'll cross out 2 objectives. It'll also make everything else a lot easier. So same thing as we were doing on the others. Testing range on normal. Another quad task. So we're taking down 4 at the same time. So apply burn to at least 2 enemies with sanitization's initial explosion 10 times. And reach 5 stacks 10 times. Repair 100k armor 20 times. Add 10 seconds duration 10 times. Sounds like a lot. Sounds hard. The hardest part about this is finding at least 3 enemies within range of your explosion. So if you just do this in the general open world, it's possible, but it's also going to be hit or miss. If you want to lock this down, you want to do it in the emergency bunker, first checkpoint on heroic. You want a decoy skill, right foam can be helpful, or a shield. So this is the cycle. You're going to snag 3+ enemies in the initial explosion for those base stacks. 3 is critical. 2 gets you your heal, but the 3rd is what allows you to extend your duration. To add duration and to control the crowd, all you got to do is crit on an enemy, and that's going to catch them on fire, which is going to give you another stack, which is going to extend the duration and also heal you. So if you got 3 guys in that initial hit, you need to at least hit 2 more to get to 5 stacks. And once you hit 5 stacks, that's when you can extend your duration. You don't have to overthink this. Just shoot everybody. More waves are going to come. Just keep shooting those guys until there's no more. Each burning kill adds 3-second duration. You only need to grab 4. You're going way over that. Either way, see it through just for assurances and then rinse and repeat that first checkpoint. There's an optional on this one as well. Eliminate cleaner controller drones 10 times for the bad reception passive modifier. So cleaner control points with the DLCs or Coney Island Amusement Park will help, or you can go into Summit below Legendary. But again, RNG dictates factions every 3 floors. So if you want to take down those drones easy, make sure you have an EMP pulse. Mission 8's a freebie. It's a bonus mission. No work here, as long as you hit the 6 objectives for every previous mission. you're done. Don't forget to manually claim your rewards after each. They won't auto drop. You'll flood your inventory with season XP to blast that rewards track. Tipping scales pieces, blueprints, and journey caches stuffed with gear sets and exotics. Capping it off, the suture mask drops as your finale. Solid for a fresh hoodie look if you're into that. There you go. That's your blueprint to own the journey without the fluff. This helps you out, maybe saves you some hours. Hit that like, drop a comment, let us know. Catch you at the rendezvous. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Tuxedo Bandido, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the good stuff I have coming for you. And if you like content like this, be sure to check out the video I have recommended for you right here. If you have anything you would like me to cover, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make things possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be the same without you.
When you buy a game from Ubisoft, enter the creator code Tuxedo Bandido to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Wait, did we just become best friends?